No matter how charismatic and talented and knowledgeable leader you are, no matter how praiseworthy your leadership is, you cannot run from crisis that befalls your country from time to time on a daily basis. Macam-macam jadi. But what can you do now to minimize those crises, to mitigate and to be able to move on, go along as you meet whatever calamities that befall? What sets one nation apart from another nation, and why some nations thrive and some nations crumble? Kenapa? What are the ingredients that is required? Now, first things first. Nations yang ada rich with resources, of course, have a good head start. They got petroleum, they got gold, they got reserves, certain things that is favorable to the nation, the muka bumi ke, tepi laut ke, strategic location ke, that is given. You can't do much. Tapi understand juga, countries that don't have vast land, small places, small area, can thrive better than countries with bigger land. Okay, countries yang got no minerals, apa pun, no resources pun, can become so much richer and more advanced nation compared to a country yang punya banyak minerals tapi turmoil and macam-macam masalah. So, what is the measure really? Okay, you can have a country where orang sikit tapi doing so well, orang banyak teruk. Ada country yang orang punya ramai, berbilion-bilion, but everybody is doing well. What are those nations doing ni? Tapi country yang sikit-sikit orang tu susah, papa ke dana, poverty. So now this is where you need to understand and see, and to derive this, you don't have to be a genius or an Einstein to figure out. Look at all the countries in the world that are doing well, and what are the common ingredients. Let me list down what I can pick off the cuff. Number 1, we require rakyat, people, the nation, the people of the nation, to be competent. Whatever you do, you are competent. Even if you're a taxi driver or grab driver, you drive well. You are a police officer, you know the law. You are a doctor, you understand deeply and very qualified as a doctor. Engineer, you understand the discipline, there's no shortcuts. And you're not a 6:30 kind of engineer. So these kind of things are important. So even politicians that you send to the parliament, they got to be people of qualified people. So this is about competency. Now the second part is you need people with high EQ, people who are stable, people with integrity, people with values, and that is also important to fill that void of spirituality. Problem with Ugama or the institutionalized religions, they don't inject the virtues into people. Many of those institutionalized religions are all about rituals and it's form over matter. So therefore, you need to make sure that your nation are virtuous people. It begins from school. Children got to be taught to be honest, to be fair, to be patient, to be steadfast, to be hardworking, to be disciplined, to be respectful. These are values that need to be inculcated generally to make Malaysians, our country, superior people, exemplary human beings, as many as that. That's number 2. Important to do that. Now, when we have that 2, and then thirdly, even if we are clever and we are good people, tapi kalau we can't get along, can't accept differences, we are racist, we're shackled by racism, bigotry, if we have that problem, then we're not united. Look at all the formidable nations everywhere in the world, or any formidable entity throughout history. What is that one thing they all have? They were united. People in union, they fight, they strive in a rank. selari semua, togetherness. They set aside the differences. They focus on what is common. They forge forces. They form alliances and allegiance with powerful entities. And they prevail. So therefore, unity is the third element. Competency firstly, integrity, unity. Tiga ni. Now, these three things now, to make people go for this, to develop this, you need to catalyze that, you need to motivate, you need to spur that for people to become that. And to do this, there must be carrot and stick. Okay? Carrot means what incentivizes people to do that. Now, when you forsake completely meritocracy, you remove the incentive. People who are not achieving that get rewarded. People who achieve that don't get rewarded. Then for what? Why would people want to strive? So now, if you completely forsake that, that's a problem. Now, in this country, we have the issue of affirmative action, special position of Malay semua tu. Now, that can still be maintained kalau you draw up the pie and you make it clear, these are the pies of the Malays, this is inherited constitutional right, don't touch this. Define what the pies are. Pies as far as the economy is concerned, as far as educational quota, as long as discounts or certain policies, make that defined clear, and therefore that is not to be shared by anybody pun. That pie is exclusively for Malays. You make it clear, because Malays expect that. Make it clear to the Malays, make it clear to the non-Malays. Now, then the non-Malays will ask, what's in it for us? Then another pie, like I said, this is for all of Malaysians. And you describe what is it that Malaysians will get. And within these confines, meritocracy applies. Dalam Malay punya pie, meritocracy applies but only for Malays. Okay? Jadi, you do this once people know the goalpost, no matter how small or besar the goalpost is, people can shoot and try to achieve the target. The nation can aspire. Nation of all races can aspire to attain that competency, to be people of integrity and to be united. We do that. And when we have these three things, we can begin to be innovative, to become productive, and we become exposed. When we become exposed, we can forge external alliances and kita learn to bermasyarakat dengan globally. So when we do this, that is how we become a formidable nation. That is how we become a formidable exemplary nation. Look at Singapore, look at China, look at how they do it. What makes them great? Look at the great superpowers that's declining now. Look where they go now. Macam mana? Look at how Russia withers through adversity and how they triumph. Macam mana? Look at all these leaders and how they do things. These are what Malaysia need to become. The people need to change. Leadership kita, PM kita, government kita need to see now how to make us competent people. When we do that, tak ada lah bangunan jatuh banyak, orang mati, ada corruption here and there. People don't need to be corrupted. Kalau they are able to earn enough and the country is rich enough, we don't have that social problems. Tapi bila kita makan pun tak cukup, unemployment everywhere, harga barang mahal, barang pun dah tak ada. Jadi people got to find shortcuts now how to make ends meet. And it leads to social problem, corruption, theft, macam-macam benda, killings lah. That's that. And then secondly, bila racial punya sentiments are played up, religious sentiments are played up, people do that. Why do people do that? Because they want to cover up whatever scandals they have. So they want to rile up and create distractions. Why did they go into scandals? Again, to make ends meet. Nampak tak? Bila country tu susah, masalah creates masalah, create macam-macam. It continues to be this way. And kita descend into the pitfall macam Zimbabwe jadi. Faham tak? Jadi this is where we need to take stock of where we are. We have to build the nation. And when ada isu macam Gaza ke apa ke, kita tak tolong orang, we should look at our state, our pathetic state. Kita punya state macam mana? Kita nak kena buat apa? How do we come out of it? How do we become great? A strong nation so that we can help other nations. How can we do that? This should be our focus. And I dah kata 3 benda tu dah. We need to develop competency. Competency maksud semua tau. Leadership, knowledge, semua. Competency. Nombor 2, integrity. There's no point having competency tapi kita become expert in how to con other people. To create enmity and to cause damage in this planet. Tak guna that kind of competency. We become more damaging than the animals. Okay, the bee pun probably more beneficial, they create honey. So, integrity. Integrity semua. All aspects of integrity. Okay, we must understand what is fairness, honesty, transparency. Okay, so, discipline semua tu is about apa ni, integrity. Then, lepas tu, we must be united. United we stand, divided we fall. When we are in union, kita punya respective strength, combine that synergy will become something, outstanding, will become, irresistible, that strength. Kita punya weaknesses will be minimized because kita boleh look out for each other weaknesses and we can cover up each other punya, compensate each other's weaknesses. Jadi as a nation, we can become formidable, we need to become benevolent, and we need to become progressive. So doesn't matter about the size kita punya country. There are so many countries smaller than us doing better. There are so many countries with less resources doing better than us. There are many countries yang tak ada access, tak strategic location. Kita punya tempat lagi strategic, but they are doing better than us. Why? What is our excuse? We cannot stay in this pathetic state. We need leadership that can bring this country to new heights. Rome is not built overnight, but start building Rome. In our case, start building Malaysia. Start reforming, start putting things right. Masa-masa politik dah habis dah, kerajaan dah stabil dah. Sekarang now, do the right things. Begin the building, start the reform. Don't care a damn about popularity now. Do what is right, don't do what's popular now. For the next 3 years, do what people like Lim Kit Siang advocate. And come the final year, then you start politicking balik. You put in 3 good years out of these 5 years to reform and putting things right. The effects can be seen. We will increase kita punya competency, we will increase kita punya integrity, we will become more united. And from there, the nation will start paddling towards the right trajectory to a prosperous and harmonious nation, insyaAllah. These are the kinds of promise, impending issues that, government patut buat, tak buat, tak remind. Tapi kalau ada that task force team, that special advisor team for PM, benda macam ni boleh sampai kat dia orang and they can trigger PM. And PM can prioritize. Nampak tak? This is the problem when, kita punya, we don't have, good advisors for the PM. This is a problem.
So, if you have any interesting ideas that can help build a better Malaysia, please put them in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. The subscription is free, you don't have to pay money. And we don't, YouTube doesn't give us your information. So there's no list of subscribers. I just know the number of subscribers, but no information about who the subscribers are. And we are not monetized, so there's no advertisements. When you click on our videos, you straight away watch our videos. You don't have to see annoying ads. Anyway, now please subscribe if you haven't done so, and please share our videos far and wide. Terima kasih. Wassalam.
anything in this video resonated with you, be sure to like it, share it with your friends, leave a comment. And as always, don't forget to subscribe.